everyone, Ian Swinamer here with Swinamer Media. Well, I thought since recently where I haven't been able to get out and do as much reporting as I would like due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, I thought I would do a quick video here and show you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the gear I use, some of the apparel I use on certain reports, and of course what happens here in my home editing studio. Okay everyone, so here's just a quick look at some of the gear that I currently use out in the field. As you can see, I have a special guest up in the left-hand corner. Luke basically told me that if I was going to showcase my items, that he had to be showcased as well. So he's going to be joining us for this. So let's just take a look. We're going to go from left to right here and just show you a few items. So over here, this is my Rode Reporter microphone. This is the microphone that you're going to see most in my reports, and it's great for interviewing, great for doing in front of the camera shots, works very, very well. We got two other different types of microphones here. So this is the just a mini shotgun mic with the Dead Cat wind filter on it, and basically it's great for capturing ambient noise or just some background noise if you need it. This here is another microphone. This is a lapel, so this is good for sit-down interviews. It's good for quick interviews if you don't want to use a hand mic. And I also have a 10-foot extender wire on there, so I always have lots of room to play with. Up here, just a couple batteries. I have 4 batteries along with multiple SD cards, and that's because I'm shooting video. You know, photographers can probably get away with 1 card, 1 battery, but when you're shooting video, you need lots of space and, of course, lots of battery power. Up here is the Rode News Shooter kit. So basically the transmitter and receiver, it goes hand in hand with the big microphone there on the left. And basically I put the receiver on top of the camera, transmitter on the bottom of the microphone, and basically they speak to each other, and that's how I can wirelessly record audio. Here is my 75 to 300 millimeter zoom lens, and it's great for just capturing some video or shots of something that's further away, or if I can't get quite close enough to something, it's good for that. 2 scanners for monitoring traffic. I do a lot of journalism on fire scenes and emergency scenes, and I do like to showcase what our first responders go through on a daily basis, so I always am monitoring their traffic. Over here on the apparel side of things, so I always make sure I have my hard hat. This is my new one. So as you can see, it's very Canadian. It has the Canadian flag emblem on it. Matches my colors very well, black, white, red. It really nice helmet and serves the purpose. As you can see here, I'm always going to have this vest on if I'm on an emergency scene. I always say it's I don't care if you can see my logo. It's all about being seen and being visible for the right reasons, and safety is paramount, not only for myself but for others, and for me to be visible is very important. And finally, just this little earpiece here. No, I'm not listening secretly to conversations. I usually have it plugged into one of my scanners, and that way I can privately monitor the audio and scanner traffic, while at the same time having complete 100% awareness. As this doesn't block my ear canal, I can hear the scanner traffic along with the surroundings that I might be out in. So there's just a quick look at some of the gear that I'm currently using out in the field. Okay everyone, so now from the field gear to the recording studio, let's talk a little bit about some of the items that I use when I come home from shooting a report. So number one, this is what records all my voiceover or narration. This is a condenser microphone, and as you can see, it's just on a little telescopic arm, so I can put it exactly where I need to, depending on where I'm sitting or where I'm located. It works well for that. This microphone is connected to my mixing panel over here, so I already have this pre-programmed to the levels I want, and I literally just hit the on button, go into my recording software, and record all the audio I need to. And that makes a big difference than before. I used to just record through the computer through a microphone, and it just gives me a little bit more flexibility on how I want my voice to sound. So here's just a quick look at the editing software that I'm using. This is Adobe Premiere Elements 2019, and you know, as you can see, there's multiple different elements to making a video. So this is the Easter video I did. This is the last one that I currently filmed. As we scroll along here, you can see that there's titles. So this is the title I put in the top to showcase you know, where the video is taking place. This down here is your title, so kind of explaining what the video is about. And then as we move along, just the B-roll footage, the different stuff that's taking place. This would be a lower third, so this is where it would say my name and then you know, who I am. And I'll show you kind of what a lower third looks like in Photoshop. So this is Photoshop here. This is what the lower third looks like. So basically you have my name, reporter, my logo, and then all I have to do is save that. And as soon as I save it, I can go into here, add media, and basically add that lower third in, and then do a few little size adjustments and some other little tweaking to it, and then of course it's ready to go. It's good to put in the video. So you know, as you can see, there's just all kinds of different stuff that you have to put in there. This is my watermark, so this is my logo that I put down in the corner, so all of my footage is watermarked. Of course, down here is my recording, so from the voiceover from the microphone I showed you earlier, and then finally at the end my logo and my slogan. And that's just kind of what the editing software looks like, and what a report looks like before the video is exported. Alright everyone, so there's just a quick look at some of the behind the scenes stuff and what I use as far as gear, my at-home studio and things like that when putting together a report. You know, I really enjoy community-based journalism, and I've had a lot of fun telling the stories of the Annapolis Valley and showcasing some of our great local stories, and very proud to do it. You know, video editing and doing this type of journalism is a little bit more labor intensive than maybe say a newspaper or doing an online article. For them, it's a little bit simpler in the sense that they can take a picture, write their story, and put it out a little bit quicker. With mine, you know, you're going to see it later in the evening. You're going to see it probably on 6, 7 o'clock at night. But that's not because I want to put it on later. It's more or less just because it is a bit more labor intensive. You have to put in titles. You have to put in you know, multiple video clips. You have to record narration. Then when it's all put together, you have to double check it, make sure everything's right. You have to export it to a video file, and then you have to put it on the internet and load it. So, you know, there's multiple things involved. There's a lot of work. You know, it really is an all-day process. When I'm making a report, it truly is an all-day process, and there's a lot of work to be done. But at the same time, it's a lot of fun. I really, truly enjoy it, and I'm just glad that I'm able to bring a little bit different form of journalism here in the Valley to you all. So that's just been a quick look. I want to say to each and every one of you out there during this this difficult time that you know, to stay safe. You know, make sure you're following your protocols, your social distancing, making sure you're doing proper hand washing, all of that stuff to try to limit the spread of COVID-19. And of course, a huge shout out to all our frontline workers, whether you be a grocery store worker, you know, a trucker, first responder, and of course our healthcare workers. You're all doing a very important job. You're working very hard to keep us supplied, to keep us safe, and of course try to get through these uncertain times. So I just want to say to all of you, I'm thinking of you, and on behalf of my family to yours, I'd like you to stay safe, have a very happy Easter, and we'll see you next time.